All right, so let's talk about the home inspection for a second. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, usually in the Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati market, when you have a contract on a house, there's going to be a home inspection that takes place between the 7 and 10 days after the buyer and seller come to an agreement. The buyer gets to choose the home inspector, and the home inspection is not required. Don't get it confused with an appraisal, because if you're getting an appraisal, that's required by your lender if you're getting a loan. The home inspection is completely hired by the home buyer, and they do anything from a whole house inspection. They also do termite inspections, radon inspections. You can hire a separate sewer line inspector. You could even bring in contractors to do certain inspections for you. So during the home inspection period, what's going to happen is the buyer will call and schedule their inspection. The inspector will come out, and usually it costs somewhere between $300 and $700, depending on how much you have inspected and who the inspector is. Average, I would say, in our market is going to be somewhere in the ballpark of about $350 to $450. So what's the inspector going to look at? They're going to start off on the outside of the home usually. They're going to look at all of your roofing components, your gutters, chimneys, brick, mortar, driveways, handrails, decking. They're looking for the grading around the foundation and making sure water doesn't come toward the foundation. They're going to check out everything, even the trees on the property. They're looking for downed limbs, issues with your electrical line coming in. And then they go inside. They're looking for grounded outlets. They're making sure the electrical system is safe, making sure that handrails are safe, water components, plumbing, sewer lines, everything is safe. They're also looking at cracked floors, separated floor joints. They're looking for faulty appliances. So it's a lot of detail, and you're hiring someone to come in and detail out what you're buying. Now, along with that, you're going to find some problems. Typically, you're going to have loose toilets. If you have double pane windows, you're going to have some broken thermal seals, most likely. About half the home inspections have an ungrounded outlet of some kind or a ground fault outlet that's not working. So just after you've gone and gotten a contract on a home that you're going to love, somebody's going to point out all the flaws in it and tell you exactly what you're buying. So let's talk about what's typically requested after a home inspection, or maybe some deal breaker items that a buyer is going to find in a home inspection. Whether you're a seller or a buyer, you need to know these things. So typically, if it's going to cause a safety hazard, if there's something like a loose handrail or something like that, if it's causing water intrusion or a structural issue, those are items that get requested. If the plumbing lines or electrical system are out of the normal operation, so sometimes you'll see double tap breakers. You're only supposed to have one electrical wire going into a breaker at a time, and sometimes you'll see more than one. Any combination of items could come up during a home inspection that a buyer may ask to have fixed, but most of the time, these issues are only the important ones that are deal breakers, are going to be costly to fix. So keep that in mind. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you want to just do some research on your own, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. There's other items that explain certain parts of the home, so that may help answer some questions for you too. Happy house hunting.